My name is Megan Richards and I presently work for the Australian Equine Institute in the Hunter Valley in New South Wales. My role there is a course consultant for a Certificate 3 in horsemanship. As a result of that, my employer had booked myself in to complete this NES 4-day workshop. I've had limited experience with NES at this point in time. What I did know prior to coming down was obviously through my boss, who obviously has quite a hands-on experience with horses and humans. So I was very interested because even from a personal perspective, for myself, for sport, for exercise, as a competitive horse rider, and obviously my interest increased because I have fairly high-level competition show horses. So I was super keen to find out more about NES health, the delivery of it, and how it can help humans and horses. So as a result, during the course of attending the workshop down here and listening in to other people's stories, listening to other stories of clients and how they've reacted to treatment, resulted in me discussing with you that I have a fairly substantial Caesarean scar as a result of having my second daughter 8 years ago. That Caesarean scar has caused me a lot of grief. Obviously, the initial recovery period is a couple of months, but I found that the healing process ceased a couple of months later. So I was not only was I faced with aesthetically the scar was unattractive. It showed through clothing, through swimmers, but more importantly, it affected me of my day-to-day as a mum, as a worker, as a horse rider, to a point where I couldn't lean up against a table, a washing machine, getting on a horse, getting off a horse, sport, anything I did resulted in quite a lot of discomfort due to the scar tissue along the length of that Caesarean scar. And I wrongly assumed there was no way to ever fix it. I've been living with that for 8 years and subsequently altered how I go about doing physical activities. Subsequently, that resulted in yourself saying, well, let's have a treatment with the miHealth device. So less than 48 hours ago, I had my first ever treatment with the miHealth device. It went for a total of 11 minutes. And to say I'm bowled over, I'm very much a skeptic. Seeing is believing and feeling is believing. So the results were instantaneous. And I say this because I felt the scar. I know how the texture of my scar was. It was protruding. It's like a thick rope. Within 11 minutes of treatment on body with the miHealth device, I felt a massive reduction in what I call the swelling, the scar tissue, and to describe it is like it broke down the offending tissue within 11 minutes. Subsequently, 48 hours later, I used the miHealth device again, and a further reduction in the appearance, the feeling. I actually had feeling return and the pain drastically reduced, and I had 2 full nights sleep, which I haven't had in a very long time. So I'm super impressed, and I'm super keen to get back home and back to work, particularly with the Australian Equine Institute, and start the scans with the horses because I've experienced the results personally, so I'm blown away. It's been wonderful.